Hello. It's been a long month and like 6 days of me recording. For you, it'll probably be like the 15th by the time this episode gets uploaded, but we're finally here. Episode 24 of Darling in the franxx, Never Let Me Go. We've reached the end. It's the last time we're gonna watch this show. We're hoping for a good ending. I'm hoping for a good ending after reading everywhere that the show doesn't not leave a good taste in people's mouths. Up to this point, I've enjoyed the show, and if the ending is like terrible, like up to this point, I could say I enjoyed it and that I didn't think it was as bad as other people thought it was. And the first episode, I posed the question, why do people remember this show? Like, why was it memorable? And I could definitely see why it's memorable. Like, the story between Hiro and Zero Two is like pretty compelling. The side characters, I'd say they're like somewhat compelling. Like, if we're talking like side characters, most likely it's just Ichigo and then Kokoro and Mitsuru. Like, those are the main side characters that I remember that I enjoyed the most. But yeah, we're here, last episode. Zero Two and Hiro, they've gone through a time, like a space warp to a different part of the solar system in order to try to end the war between humans and Verm. We don't know whether they're gonna be able to come back, whether they're gonna survive or die. But yeah, I just want to say like I really enjoyed the show, and I don't know why people think it's as terrible. I'll probably read about it afterwards. Maybe it'll change my mind, but up to this point, I enjoyed the show. But yeah, since this is the last episode, let's hope we get a nice ending, a nice decent ending. We get like some closure for all our characters, for Zero Two, Hiro, Plantation 13, the squad. Like, we get a little, maybe an epilogue of what happens in humanity after this episode ends. You know, in this show, there's like tons of similarities to Evangelion. Maybe people have pointed that out, I don't know, but like I've seen tons of similarities. Like Verm being like instrumentality, like the utopia, all human minds connected. Like the whole franxx mechas, but that's just a mecha thing. I mean, Ichigo, and then the one girl that looks like Ichigo looking like Rei, and that one girl that looks like Asuka. So yeah, I definitely think there were people that like, or maybe this was like a slight homage or like something. I don't know. I feel like there's something to do with Evangelion here. Like the creators of the show are trying to like say something, or just trying to like pay respects. But yeah, we're here, episode 24, Never Let Me Go. That seems like a kind of a weird title for the episode. Like, I don't know. What do you mean, never let me go? Like, that could be seen as a happy thing or a bad thing. I don't know. I'm hoping for a happy ending. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like this show just, like, life has sucked for these characters the whole time. So let's just hope they end happily. I don't know. But yeah, let's just get into it. Episode 24, Never Let Me Go. Darling in the franxx, last episode. Season 1 finished. Let's get into it. Left on our honeymoon. So it's basically like this is like them getting married, this like unison that they made. They've been gone for 70 days together inside this shit. He's fully turning Klaxosaur. They've literally become one. Alright, man. They've basically done the utopia thing, but like with just each other. Like, it's just Hiro and Zero Two that have become like their own small, like, two-person utopia. Boom! And they're a fucking killing machine. Dude, they're literally like a fucking beast. Like the peak of humanity and Klaxosaurs. Never Let Me Go, Darling in the franxx. Do we get one last intro? No, we don't. Yeah, I knew last episode was gonna be the last intro. Ooh, Kokoro about to give birth. The first human to give birth in like forever, probably. This is probably like the first person to give birth in like 100 years. Oh, this is the city. Yeah, this is like the perfect utopia for like humanity. It's like the beginning. This is like Wall-E. When they find the one flower, this is like the one flower for all of like humanity in this planet. Living normal lives. They be farming. They're not fighting anymore. No more battles. Bro, I still don't know what happened to this girl. Like, how'd she get so old? Why'd she lose all the color in her hair? What the hell? Bro, this girl's like the symbol of life. Bro, men work in the fields and then these women just be like stitching shit together. Literally like the fucking basics of humanity. The statue of Zero Two. That statue is like the last remnants, like the last sign, or like the last thing that represents Hiro and Zero Two is that statue. Dude, there's so many miles away, yeah. Yeah, we're trying to have fun. Bro, they're just gonna destroy them. They just have this fucking beam that murders shit. They do have all the time in the world. It's been 70 days together. It's been 245 days now. He's about to give birth. Oh my god, they actually have a kid. The first kid to be born since like 100 years. Humanity has restarted. Bro, what the hell? The first human to be born. Damn. Oh my god, all the old pilots, Naomi, they're all back. They all returned. Damn. No way, Boro. You're leaving? Yo, he's got a 6 scar. Yo, goodbye, Boro. Goodbye, bro. Whoa! Yo, she's angry. She wants him to leave. Dude, they are in a fucking war zone. That was close to death. It's been 2 years and they're not having returned. Burm, it's time. Bro, fuck Burm. Getting horny. Burm. Holy shit. Come on, you guys came here all the way to win, right? No way. It can't end like this. Bro, they should have taken a pit stop. Did Hiro die? Hiro, come on, man. There's no way we get a fucking dog shit. Duh. Facts, get up, Hiro. No, dude, your Klaxos are now. Trust. What a terrible time to enter this fucking final battle. Oh my god! A summoning circle. Oh my god, all of humanity. Oh my gosh, she's half dead. Hero's like floating away. Let's go, Hero, wake up, baby. Time for one last battle. Gotta end it, bro. Let's go, Hero. End this, bro. Zero Two. Let's go. One last battle. We are the Gion. What does that mean? I forgot what Gion meant. Yeah, they're becoming like, I knew it. They're gonna become like their own utopia. Or like their own, like they're literally just gonna become one person. What the fuck? They just turned that shit into a blade. They're just gonna fucking murder this shit. Oh my god. Well, this is the end, the climax. They just fucking, the suicide bomb. Firm dead. Fight through it, bro. What? What? Golden Strelica? What the fuck? The final form. Rewrite history. Drop the nuke. So he's become a Klaxosaur. The bird with two heads. What? No way they're dying. We'll come back one day. Yes. They became a bird that could fly. The metaphor is complete. Yup, there's the nuke. Damn, they'll never know if it actually happened. Come back one day. That's the last sprinkle of life. That was the explosion of the bomb. They return their energy to the earth. Damn, so Earth is re-inhabited. 8 years? The final page. Hiro and Two. The bird that became one. God, you suck. Oh, she's talking about Hiro. Damn, Earth is beautiful now. So these people never die? They're just like permanent, like mother and father of humanity. Okay, Hiro and Two low-key died, but it's still a happy ending. And all the franxx are like,
こうやって見るとだいぶチビども増えたよな。
ザラーメ先生。
お、
ナナ先生が会議に出ないって怒ってたよ。怒ってたよ。
what the hell?
いいの。先生は会議なんか出なくても。
I say it's humanity and
そん
shit.
なこと言うやつにはこうだ。
Lol.
ちょっと。
ミク、
サボってないで、こっちの準備手伝いなさいよね。
うっせえ、今やろうと思ってたんだよ。
はあ、全くそうは見えなかったんですけ
Damn,
ど。
they're still fighting to this
いろ
day.
いろ忙しいんだよ。
Yo, he finally grew his hair out.
何よ。
いろいろってよ。
あの二人またやってたよ。せっかくみんなが集まる日。
Yeah, she used all her power and basically became old and oh my god.
順調よ。
Wait, she's pregnant? Ichigo?
ありがとう、イクノ。
Dude, they're all old.
イチゴがお母さんか。どんな子になるのかな。
行くの来たよ。
ふとし。
Futoshi.
これ新作のパン。
あんた全然痩せてないじゃない。
うっさいな。それに食欲戻ったのはイクノのせいだからね。イクノの研究のおかげだよ。僕らパラサイトだった
Accelerated aging is being kept in
スピード
check.
が抑えられてるのは。
あんたのパンだって大して。
Damn, so all the parasites were accelerating quickly,
みんなこれ
but she stopped it. Even though for her it's like she's stuck permanently aging fast.
4人目だって。
聞いた。あんたのとこだって。
あ、
Who is that?
ほら、こっちはいいから言ってあげな。ゴロは
Where's
もう
Goro?
すぐ作って。
That man's like traveling the world.
各地を飛び回ってるのね。でも、
Damn, so we got a nice happy ending.
その子のためにしばらくはイチゴのそばにいてあげたいって。
俺たちもすっかり大人になったよな。
中身は子供のくせに。
なんか俺たちが見てた大人とは随分違うけどな。
They all look like main
私たち
characters.
の子供にとっていい大人であれば何でもいいんだよ、きっと。ヒロ、ゼロツー、私たちは今自分らしく生きてるよ。それ
Yeah,
を教えてくれたのはあなたたち二人だった。
showed us how to live.
何事も楽しむこと。
時には抗うこと、
努力し続けること。
生ぬるいやり方じゃなく本気で取り組むこと。
Damn, they taught them all that?
相手を知ろうとすること。
運命は自分の手で決めること。
自分の気持ちに正直であること。
誰かの翼になること。
True.
きっと誰よりもあなたたち二人がそんな人
Even though
間
they
らし
both
さを
ended up
持
as
っていたん
Klaxos
だと思う。
souls. Come on, give us one last glimpse of Hiro and O2. Is that their tree? The Hiro and O2 tree? 'There they are.
きっといつかきっと。
They're back on Earth. What are you trying to say? Did they?
そんなに走ったら転ぶわよ。
There they are.
あいつ大丈夫？あなたは誰？僕の名前は。
And a new story begins. They're back. Okay, but is everyone still alive to see them be back? You know, I'm not gonna lie. That was the last ending I expected for this show. From the beginning, the show was like so raunchy and like gory, and like it had like all these Evangelion traits. But it literally just ended so happily. Like, we literally just got the happiest ending I've ever seen in an anime. Like, after watching shit like Cowboy Bebop, Evangelion, Fooly Cooly, like, this show just had like the happiest ending I've ever seen. Like, maybe people cried during this, but I don't know, I just felt happy. Like, I was just happy to see the characters get to enjoy life. Like, like humanity was restored. There's no problems in the world anymore. That was crazy. Hiro and O2 were basically like rebirthed. They were born again. That was a happy ending. What the fuck? Yo. Alright, I'll never understand how people could hate this show. Like, okay, I could understand, but it's kind of weird to give a rating right now because I just finished the show, but like, I'd give this show like a 7, like a high 7.5. Like, that was not, everyone was saying this was gonna be like terrible, but what? That was not terrible. What? That was a pretty happy ending. You know, maybe people cried during. It's hard for me to cry. If I'm being honest, the only episode I came close to shedding a tear, or I did shed a tear, was like when I thought all of Plantation 13 was gonna die when they went to send O2 to fuse with Hiro again and the Queen. But yeah, what a nice wholesome ending. That was beautiful. That was like, wow. That was not how I expected the show to end at all. I don't know why people are so down on this show. Like, that was not bad at all. Like, in any capacity, was that a terrible show? That was pretty good. Let me just do a quick recap. So Hiro and O2, basically, they've been flying through space for 2 years, it looked like, and Hiro was like losing connection with O2, and then everyone like started praying to the statue of O2, and it made Hiro hear it. Just fast forward past that. Somehow Hiro and O2 became one. They basically were just like Verm in that they just became a single piece, like 2 units becoming one. But Verm was like millions of units becoming one. But they were just 2 units becoming one. And then they became the 2-headed bird that could fly. That was like a nice end to that fucking metaphor that was like going throughout the whole show. Or I don't know if that's a metaphor or a figure of something. Whatever that was nice to see, like a conclusion to that. Like the bird that can't fly, and then it ends with the bird being 2 heads together. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like, I don't understand how like people hate this show, or like they don't hate shit, but they say it's not good. I was like, there's no way there's a season 2, because that was like a good ending. Like, that's a good place to end. Like, I don't need anything past that. Happy ending, let me just keep it like that. Let me just believe in this happy ending. At the start of this episode 1 of my reaction to this, I said this show was 1-to-1 matching with Evangelion, and they were trying to copy Evangelion or something like that. But I feel like they just took the story of Evangelion and like they took all the bad parts of humanity and shit, and they just looked at the good, and they just gave us like the most positive, happy ending you could ever expect. That was that was beautiful. That was not terrible at all. Like, there was no action for like the last 2 or 3 episodes. Like, there was action, but there was not like extreme battles and shit. So I can understand why people were like maybe like not so high on the show. But like, if you're just like looking at it from like the happiness perspective and like a nice little story, that was a nice little story to be told. Like, I'm not mad or angry that story was told. That was a nice story to tell. As I said, like a 7 to a 7.5. That's what I rated. It was pretty good. It was nice. Like, I don't think this will be a show that I remember forever, but in the moment, like, I'm glad, and maybe I'm glad that I watched this. This was nice. It was like nice and wholesome. It's nice and wholesome compared to the other shit that you watch where you finish the anime and you're sad, depressed. Like, I promise you, when I finished Cowboy Bebop and other shows like that, I was sad, depressed. But after finishing this, I'm nice, chill, happy vibes. I could live my life continuing like with a nice happy ending. That's gonna be my end of my reactions for this show. Maybe I'll post a comment about how I feel about the show after reading some forums. Like, I'll put it in the comments. But for right now, that's my final, like, the end of how I feel for the show. This is my last reaction for the show. I might continue with other reactions for other shows. I don't know when. But yeah, thank you for watching. For the few people that watched, specifically the Doge Jotaro Kujo, who's in my comments first. You're like the first guy to start commenting for real, so thank you. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. I hope you liked what you saw. I don't know what I'll watch next. I'm thinking between Attack on Titan and other shows like that, or One Piece, something like that, or Serial Experiments Lane. But yeah, whoever watched this or anyone that enjoyed this, thank you for watching. Yeah, as Jotaro said in that one comment, this show was not about like fighting everything. It was just a beautiful love story, and I agree with that. And with that, let's just leave it at that. It's a beautiful love story about fighting for the things that you love, and we'll just leave it at that. Peace out, and I'll see you whenever I see you next. Goodbye.